Okay, so here is the book. I'm Only Little. By Mr. Small. Hi everyone. So earlier I had read. Where am I supposed to look? Camera. Okay. Okay, just in case you're wondering, I'm just trying a new software which is called OBS, which is Open Broadcasting Service, and that allows you to stream through your desktop. And this is a Windows and Mac. So people who are interested, wait, the camera's here. So people who are interested in going live, this is what happens. You download a software and then you try it out. So my first two lives, like I did one yesterday, that was directly from YouTube. This one I'm doing is like I downloaded a free software called OBS, and that took a little tweaking, but I was ready with makeup because I was like, what if it goes live? And it did. So I'm streaming from my desktop, and it's not directly from YouTube, but it's going through YouTube. So I'm going live from my computer, and then the software gives it to the to YouTube, and then it goes it broadcasts. So just a side note, my dad is like super cool director, so he's like, what is this technical snag? So I'm used to that. Like my family is extremely technical, so it's nice. I'm learning, and you can too with my mistakes. So hello and welcome. So this is the third book I'm doing. Yesterday I did Auntie Mouse. This afternoon I did I'm Little Miss Stubborn, and now I'm doing I'm Only Little by Mr. Small. Okay, and Mr. Small is narrating this book, and this was my daughter's choice. I asked her, what book would you like me to read? So she chose this. She also chose one very long book called Helen Keller, which is like 60 or 70 pages. But I was like, for now, let's just do small books. So this is Zoe's choice. Zoe, this is dedicated to you. And you will see a little painting done here. So this is my daughter's artwork. It's special and unique. So yeah. All right. So as told to Roger Hargraves, who is actually the author of this series, but the way he's done it is as if Mr. Small is talking to him. So it's a nice perspective. So let's start. Okay, I'm Only Little by me. So cute. Hello, I'm Mr. Small. I really am very little. How little? Well, about as big as your little finger. What? This is as big. Whoa. That's without my hat on, of course. I live in a tiny house under a daisy at the bottom of Mr. Robinson's garden. I quite often walk up to see Mr. Robinson. He's a good friend. It takes nearly all day to go there and back because with short legs, you can only take short steps. I went to see him last Wednesday after breakfast. 1 cornflake, 1 drop of milk, 5 grains of sugar, so much sugar, 5 grains of sugar and a crumb, whoa, with a dab of butter and a spot of marmalade. That's quite a big breakfast for me. As I walked up the garden path, I met a worm. Hello, I said, raising my hat. Isn't it cold today? He's so small, he's smaller than a worm's head. Isn't what cold today? Sniffed the worm. Worms are like that. When I arrived at Mr. Robinson's, I was quite exhausted and very cold. I used to knock at his door, but that never used to work. You see, my loudest knock is still a very quiet knock, and Mr. Robinson never used to hear it. So he tied a piece of cotton to his letterbox And now when I pull the cotton, the letterbox rattles, and Mr. Robinson can hear that. I reached up and pulled the piece of cotton. Oh dear! I pulled it so hard it snapped. What was I to do? Then I heard footsteps. I jumped hastily out of the way. When you're as little as I am, you can't be too careful. It was the postman. I thought I'd seen him somewhere before. Whoa, he's so big. Excuse me, I piped. Could you press the doorbell for me, please? Hello there, Mr. Small, grinned the postman as he pressed the bell. Mr. Robinson came to the door. Letter for you, said the postman, and, he added, a friend to see you. A friend? Asked Mr. Robinson, looking around. Where? Here, I shouted. You should try shouting here, in your littlest whisper. Go on, try it. But that's about as loud as my shout. But Mr. Robinson heard it. Hello, Mr. Small, smiled Mr. Robinson. Hello, I yelled. Well, it would be more like, hello, I yelled. The postman gave Mr. Robinson the letter and off he went. Mr. Robinson picked me up carefully and took me into the kitchen. Coffee, he suggested. Lovely, I replied. And he poured one drop of coffee into a very, very tiny cup. His daughter had found it in a doll's house and had given it to him. For me! Pull up a chair, he said. I sat down on top of the kitchen table, and my chair. Mr. Robinson had made it specifically for me out of 5.5 matchsticks. Who's the letter from? I asked. We won't know till we open it, will we? Mr. Robinson chuckled. Mr. Robinson opened the envelope and read the letter. And then he read it again. Gosh, he said, I've been invited to go to a university in California for a whole year. Mr. Robinson is a professor. My heart sank. Congratulations, I said. You don't look very happy about it, remarked Mr. Robinson. Well, I said, I'll miss you. He said, stroking his chin. He thought for a moment. How would you like to come with me? He said. Me? I said. Yes, he said. You. I was so excited. I got back to the bottom of Mr. Robinson's garden in record time. I'm off to California, I shouted to the worm as I ran past him. When? He sniffed. In the morning, I cried. Seems like the worm was sad. I spent most of the rest of the day packing. Getting to sleep in my little bed that night was very difficult. But the morning dawned and off we set, me and Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson and I, both of us. And so here I am, 1 week later, in sunny California, on a Wednesday afternoon, sitting by my swimming pool, writing this book. Gosh, the sun is hot. Much hotter than at home. Actually, I think I should explain about the swimming pool. The university have lent Mr. Robinson a house, and the house has a pool. But I don't dare go into it. It's 100 times deeper than little old me. And that's at the shallow end. So Mr. Robinson came with a very good idea. He went to the supermarket and came home with a brand new dog bowl. It makes a very good swimming pool. And you need a pool when it's as hot as this. This is the life. Sitting in the sun, writing my book, sitting in the sun, taking a dip, and sitting in the sun. Actually, I think I'll go and finish the book inside now. Gosh! I've just looked in the mirror. Oh dear! I think I've spent too much time sitting in the sun. I've gone all red. The end. So that was I'm Only Little and his adventure going to sunny California with his pool. And then he became red because he got tanned a little too much. Thanks for joining me. It's been fun. And many more books to come. I will inform you when I'm about to go live. So stay tuned. And good night. Bye. Oh, yeah. This video will be available like after the live. This video will be available for you to see. So in case you missed it, then you can watch it again. All right. Take care. Bye.